So a great day. We are here at Adansi Travels. We are here to speak to the team and especially the MD, Mr. Gideon Asare. Let's go. It's always a great day to come your way. This is the Aviation Business Series, and today we are out and about. I am here at the Adansi Travels Limited, the premises of the company, and I'm here with their MD, who is going to speak to us about the developments in the aviation industry as at now. So, help me welcome Mr. Gideon Asare. Welcome, my boss.
Thank you, Vera.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're fine.
No, I'm okay. Yes.
Yeah.
This day you don't say I'm fine.
You're just okay. You're managing.
Yeah.
It's good to see you after a while. After the lockdown, I think this is the first time we're officially kind of meeting. So, how are things going for Adansi and even the other industry players that you know?
Okay. So, I think it's pretty well. Even though it could be better, we are managing the situation as at now. You know, the announcement came to open the borders in somewhere September, right?
Yes.
We opened the borders September. I mean, we've been working since then. I mean, so not the numbers we expect to travel, but I mean, during this time, nobody expects to get the desired number.
Sure.
But we have few passengers passing through. And some of the places I know are also working. I would say it's better than
during the lockdown.
Previous 6-7 months.
Okay.
So it's getting better.
It's good to know because I think ending of middle of 2020, we didn't know whether to say it was going to be good or it would get better. We didn't actually have any expectation or whatsoever. But the beginning of 2021, dear.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah, so I would say that, but the trend has not been smooth. It's been a little bit curved because from September, when the borders opened, things started picking up. And I would say by December, things were looking really good. But apparently, you know, in Ghana, a lot of people also became a little bit complacent with the COVID protocols. So I think after the festive period, the narrative changed. Okay. So we had quite a good number traveling in December and even January, early January. But from the middle coming, then the new the second wave they call it, the second wave also started coming. So from that time, I would say that people's attitude to travel has really changed. Okay. And so we've had, as agents, we've had to cancel some of our trips. You know, we had a Maldives trip in February, we had to cancel it. And I mean, so from that time coming, I would say that there's a downward trend from middle of January to now compared to what we had before. But we're looking forward to the brighter future ahead.
But talking about cancellation, do you get support from your other stakeholders like the hotels and the airlines during this period? Do they have some particular free changes or something for you?
Yeah, so I think the most common term for our industry now is flexibility. I mean, you want to make sure you are flexible as an airline, as a hotel, so that we as agents can also offer the same kind of flexibility with our clients. So yes, we kind of, even though monies have exchanged hands, you might not get the money refunded to you, but once the airline promises you to maybe keep the money for future bookings, you kind of manage with that. So, and hotels too are doing the same. Once you advance the money, it's difficult to get refund. But then we are able to negotiate with them. And for clients who travel with us right from last year, there's COVID requirements. And
Yes.
one interesting thing is that the client had to kind of get his tickets, visa, hotel, everything before he does the COVID, because it's like 2-3 days. And then when you test
That's the last
positive,
thing.
exactly. And then when you test positive, you are not able to travel.
Yeah.
So we've had such scenarios where client tests positive, he's not able to travel.
Oh.
But because we do our trips every month, so when you test positive, we are not able to travel, we enroll you on the next month, so that you don't need to pay anything else apart from your next COVID test you do. So it kind of keeps the people at peace, and they know that even when they test positive, they will not lose their investment in the travel. So that is the kind of arrangement we've had with the airlines and also our clients. Yeah.
That's a really good arrangement.
Yeah.
I see Adansi doing a lot of things just to make sure that the industry is still in here, but not just to make profit or to keep your business going, but you're always kind of thinking about what the end consumer also gains at the end of the day. So I commend you for this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Now we know COVID is here. We envisage a year or two before we find a way out. But yes, vaccines are in. What is your expectation when it comes to vaccines coming in and travel?
Yeah, I started reading around, and I see a few countries started to allow free travels to people who are vaccinated.
All right.
So Cyprus, some other countries have started. So it's for me, I think that looking at the future is going to be the part of the requirement. There's that you have yellow fever certificate to travel. So when that's a good thing, because it will reduce the other tests you need to do. So once you are vaccinated, maybe some countries will not require that you do another PCR test, another antigen test, and all that. So
just once.
Yes, exactly. So you get your vaccination, and vaccines also put the traveler at peace, because even though we are not having 100% efficacy in terms of the vaccines fighting against the COVID,
sure,
but what the scientists are telling us is that even if you contract the virus and you are vaccinated, the implication is not that serious. So it means that if I want to travel and I get my vaccine, I'll be more relaxed and have my peace of mind or calmer on the trip. So it's going to be a game changer for us. But the area of concern is how they can authenticate the certificate that is coming from different countries. So if, let's say, you are traveling to Dubai and you have a vaccine certificate, how do they verify that your certificate is? And I heard that IATA is working on that to ensure that the airlines are connected to this, so that they connect the certificate numbers to. I mean, we are in a digital age, so I'm expecting that when they roll out all this, it will really bring travel to a better position. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Okay, so I have a few more questions, and then we would be able to leave you to continue with your work. Okay. But my people who are watching me would also want to find out your expectation when it comes to this particular year.
Well, last year we projected to have 2,000 travelers. Like that was our projection for the year, which was almost like 50% growth of what we did 2019.
Okay.
And I mean, when we were doing our projection, I'm sure COVID was just watching us, laughing at us. At the end of the
Nobody
year,
knew.
Yeah, of course. At the end of the year, we were able to do about 15% of our target for 2020, which is very small. I mean, 15% is way, if exams you say you fail. So this year, it's even more unpredictable than last year, because it's like on one breath you feel like things are opening up, and then when you start planning, then things start changing. So for us, we had planned our trips up to June, but we had to revisit the plan because things changed. The planning was done in December, and then when the second wave came, we had to revisit the plan. So expectation for 2021 is quite dicey, but we expect that second half of the year, things will resume. So, I mean, from the news we are hearing that Ghana will soon get some of the vaccines from March, and then by June more doses will come. So once the chunk of the population is vaccinated, they'll be more freer and then willing to travel. So we are expecting that from July going to December things will pick up. And that's why we are launching our Power of Faith. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes, I have. So I know that you are putting in a lot of work.
Yeah.
And with this Power of 8 that is coming up.
Yeah.
I know that you are celebrating your 8th year this year, 2021.
Yes.
And so you are putting in some measures. I'll give you just a few minutes. You talk about it.
All right. Thanks for the opportunity. So it's actually, like you mentioned, we are looking at a lot of people who had wished to travel last year and this year are still not traveling. So what can we do as agency to bring that thing back? And then, so we thought of using our anniversary as a way to encourage more people to travel. So in July, we'll be 8 years in the industry. And so we want to send 800 people to travel to various destinations.
800?
Yes, 800 people. So to mark our 8th anniversary.
All right.
So we've actually carved a package that is worth 10,500 cities package.
Okay.
And then we have talked to the suppliers, the hotels and the airlines. Look, this is what we want to do for our people. What can we do? So we brought down the package to 8,000 cities.
Okay.
Instead of 10,500. So when you buy that Power of 8 package, which is going to be to Dubai or to Kenya, Dubai, Doha, Dubai, we have a combination of trips. Sure. You're actually saving 2,500 in your pocket already.
Great.
Now, what makes it so great is the affiliate program we have introduced attached to it. We are saying that out of the 800 people who want to travel, we are going to allow our followers and our clients who have tasted our service to help us get these more people to travel. So we introduced this affiliate program that allow you to pay only 800 cedis. And then once you pay the 800 cedis, you become our affiliates, and then you can bring on your friends and family to buy the package. And when you're able to do that for 10 people, you will travel free.
I think this is super. And so I'm going to put a link down here. Those interested, you just tap on the link and then register with them. This is a super deal.
Yeah.
You pay 800
cedis.
You get your 10 people and free for you.
You have your flight ticketed for. Somebody is asking me, somebody even asked if I pay the 800, I'm going for free. What flight? Am I going to be on the Trotsky or what?
No, not at all.
So we have partner airlines like Emirates, Kenya Airways. So we are going to really fly you.
Great. So I'm sure everybody watching us will be more interested in this particular package of 8.
The power of 8.
The power of the power of 8. So yes, we'll do well to get information and circulate it as much as possible. We'll share the website and the contacts after the program. So stay with us throughout.
Runway 31 left, clear for takeoff. Takeoff 31 left, Skyhawk 25 Delta.
The Travelex Limited is an International Air Transport Association accredited training school.
Basically, we train people who want to enter into the airline industry.
We are here with a whole range of models, ranging from car rentals to hotels to reservation and ticketing to customer service to marketing, and the list goes on. We don't only bring in history, but we also bring in what the industry needs for your tomorrow. Now let's come to this one final one. There has been some new developments The first one being the reduction of the costs of the antigen test at the airport. And then you also have the trade, the Continental Free Trade Agreement coming up. Now, as a stakeholder in the industry, how do you feel about it and what is the impact?
I must commend the government for pushing for the reduction, because I mean it's a lot of our clients were really were not comfortable with that $150. Somebody told me, I think it came to effect on the 8th February.
8th of February, yes.
So after that, one client said that he really made use of the $100. The $100 that was saved for a trip, she used it wisely to buy some stuff for the family. So I mean, I think it was one barrier for traveling, and so especially with the regional travel. I mean, if the person travels far and is coming back, he doesn't mind paying it. But if you go to Nigeria, Lagos here for maybe a day or two and is coming back to pay $150,
painful experience.
So I think it's good, a welcoming news for our industry, and people are really happy. The next stage we are pushing for is a time where maybe the COVID test you do here will be accepted in other neighboring countries, and so that there's no need for you to be testing twice and all that. But for now, we also need to stay safe. So I'm sure these measures are to keep us safe. Sure. And so once the price is down, we are happy.
We're happy.
Yeah,
great.
It's really welcoming news for our clients. Yes.
Great. And about the Continental Free Trade Area Agreements, how does it affect you?
Well, I think it's one of the biggest things that ever happened to Africa, to have that free trade movement. I mean, when we do our trips in Europe, because Europe is a typical example of this, where movement is free. We take a bus from maybe from Amsterdam, we drive through to Paris, to Brussels to Paris, and sometimes you don't even see any barrier. So imagine that if you have a business in Amsterdam, your market, you are not looking at only those people in Amsterdam or Netherlands. You are looking at Belgium, you are looking at Paris. So it makes your markets expand your market. So I'm sure that's the same thing they are trying to do, whereby if I own a business in Ghana, and then my market is not only Ghana, I can look at Nigeria, I can look at, because there's free trade, free movements of goods that are originated here. So in terms of the aviation, I'm sure that without aviation this will not work. Do you understand? Because how will you move from one to the other? So one key thing that will help this work is for them to work on the visa regime for Africa. So if I had to go to South Africa, I had to go through this visa regime, visa process, then I would not see it as a market, because it's so cumbersome to go. If I would have to go to Egypt, and that restriction is there. So if they work out the visa regime, introduce e-visas, introduce free visa at the borders, then it's going to push this far. And for us as travel agents, we can also look at regional tours. So for instance, we can do a tour taking you from here to Lagos. So you from maybe Accra, you pass through Benin, Lomé, Benin, and then we get to Lagos. You can do Accra, Abidjan, through Takoradi. So we look forward to that, and I think that it's going to enhance the work that we do, so that it will not be Dubai, Europe. No, we have to also look regionally, and the Free Trade Continental Agreement, I mean, I'm sure it's going to help us boost that kind of regional tourism.
Definitely. I think we're good for today. We just decided to come and visit you to find out how things are doing and to know what is happening for you and the other stakeholders in the industry. And I'm so glad you had time for us. So thank you so much, Mr. Asare. Some final words and some best wishes for ABS.
So I want to use the opportunity to thank you for the opportunity to be on your show. And I think you are doing well. I mean, against all odds, the way you are pushing the aviation industry forward. I'm not be surprised one day when I see you at the vet. Right from when the pandemic started, you guys have not rested. If you don't get the news out there, how will people hear? And I mean, this also sustained the industry. And so for all the other agents who are watching Aviation Business Series, we want to tell you that, look, don't fold your arms and then sit down and wait for the virus to go. It's not going to go today, it's not going to go tomorrow. Do something. Sit up, look at the industry, what areas, how can you adjust your business to meet the new traveler needs. Introducing more flexible packages, also assuring them of their safety when they travel with you and all that. So let's not sit down, let's do something so that when the virus is finally over, we will still be relevant in the market and we can keep people traveling. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you too. Great. So this has been one of those days that we really had to step out and get some fresh air. Outside our normal style, we've come out to speak to our stakeholders, and today we had Adansi Travel, Mr. Gideon Asare, to grace the occasion. Thank you so much for watching. This particular program is called the Aviation Business Series. We are here to expand knowledge, to explore opportunities, and to celebrate milestones. I'll see you next week, right? Bye.